What's up, fellow mystics, and welcome back to my channel, The Wolf's Den Tarot TV. It's me, your girl, your host, Kay, aka the Capricorn Wolf, and it's time for another quick message to the mystics, to the chosen ones, the divine ones, the awoken ones. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In a while, so let me tell you the tea and what's going on. So the primary channel download that I'm getting, and I haven't quite formulated this download yet, but there is a lot of fear propaganda surrounding the spiritual community, the tarot community, the voodoo community. It's a lot of negativity in like celebrity culture, or not a lot of negativity, but they're highlighting it, but they're highlighting spirituality in more of a negative light, because now all of the news channels I see is like voodoo priest killed woman, or tarot reader was shot because so and so and so, or you know, Kim Kardashian has Marilyn Monroe's hair and is using it for voodoo, whatever the case may be. So it's like they're taking our craft, they're taking our gifts, they're taking our lifestyle and basically portraying it as something negative. And I'll tell you why. It's because the patriarchy and the people who feel like they own Earth, they know that this time, this eclipse season, this Mercury retrograde, like they know that the inevitable is happening. People are ascending. There is a spiritual rapture that's happening, and like the people know it. Like they know, they have contact with higher beings. They know about astral traveling. They know about manifestation. They know about all of the gifts that humans have, but they're keeping it from us. They're calcifying our pineal gland so that we don't tap into these gifts. And to be honest, that's a lot what the jab is about. It was, mostly about decalcifying and keeping the people asleep. So, it's not to say that if you did get the jab, like you can definitely fight that. It was just to, from what I'm getting, the channel message is that it was mostly meant to keep the people asleep. That doesn't mean the people have to stay asleep, but it was meant or designed to keep the pineal gland calcified, closed up, so that the people wouldn't awaken. And so, like I said, they know that this pivotal time in spirituality and in consciousness was happening or is happening. And so now they're just putting a fear propaganda out for the people, and for the people who are, who are into this because of a fad and not more so of a lifestyle, but who are just into the 11/11 culture and all of that other stuff. They're just pushing it out there to them. Even McDonald's is giving out free readings because of Mercury retrograde. So it's very much out in the open, but is very much to, in my opinion, dumb it down so that people don't take it as seriously as it is. And if you are watching this, then you already know how important spirituality is. Spirituality has saved so many people's lives. Like I even heard Oprah say, like, if it wasn't, spirituality is different from religious beliefs and, other beliefs, but it's literally a catalyst that saves people's lives. Okay, it literally saved my life. Like if it wasn't for me finding spirituality outside of religion, then I really don't know where I would be today. And so I really feel like that's what's happening. And like I said, the download hasn't really formed yet. Please don't nobody be offended by anything I say. I just got to give y'all the downloads and the information and the spiritual guidance that I get as I get it. Okay, so I really appreciate your patience. So anyway, to get started, I went ahead and pulled us a little card to see what the mystics need to know, do, or be aware of, especially around this very hectic time that we have going on. And fertility is coming out reversed. And I'm going to read it to you because it's serious. Okay, so listen. Spirit says becoming unreceptive and stubborn, as well as meddling too much or trying to make things grow in abnormal or unnatural ways. All of that is presented here with this card reversed. Sexual desire that is unhealthy may be clouding your better judgment, and focusing on getting rich or famous or powerful too quickly, or get rich quick schemes, is stopping you from enjoying life to the full. So, I know some of y'all might not want to hear this one, but Spirit is coming in with the truth and the light. So a lot of a lot of what's going on is like it's clouded judgment. Okay, a need or want to be in the spotlight might be clouding judgment, and being too stubborn. Okay, you can't feel like you know it all. You don't know it all. This is all a part of a divine plan, a divine learning journey. Earth is a school, and so it's like you have to learn it. You can't learn if you are too stubborn to get the lesson. And I feel like what this stubbornness is doing is also stifling your creation. For the mystics that I am picking up on, Spirit is telling me that the reason why your business or your content or your page isn't growing is because you're too focused on the following. You're too focused on the money. You're too focused on what the people want and what's going to grab the people's attention versus what your soul is calling you to release or create. Once you start releasing what your soul wants to create, that's when you'll get the following. That's when you'll get the recognition. But for now, you're focusing on the likes and the response of the crowd more than you're focusing on your message. And that is what is keeping you from getting to a particular place or to that particular place that you really want to be. Know who you are. Spirit is saying that song by Pharrell, I know who you are and I know what you're feeling. So that song is coming out. So Spirit is saying know who you are, know what you feel, and then create. Create based off of the knowing, off of your authenticity. And I feel like that's what's going to really help you create the business, the structure that you're really trying to get at right now, Mystics, because I do feel like a lot of y'all are trying to start your own businesses or trying to grow your own businesses or whatever it is for you. But it really feels like, you know, whatever you are creating, do what feels right from the soul versus the response that you'll get from the creation that you make, if that makes sense. Let me pull a Starseed Oracle and see if Spirit got anything else to say, and I'm gonna take it. Spirit says, look at the bigger picture. Big picture thinking is needed here. Saying you're thinking too small. Okay, because in this picture, it's like, you see there's a portal here. Behind this portal is a vast greatness of opportunity or ideas. But you're stuck here. You're focused here. That's, for instance, I live in Texas, never been outside of Texas, never been outside of my neighborhood, never, you know, and then I shun traveling. Oh, no, I don't want to travel. Ain't nothing out there. That's because I'm afraid to go through this portal. Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody like that. Like you're stuck in your neighborhood as far as your spirituality and your consciousness and your creations. And Spirit is saying, like, untap, tap in, unlock that door, go beyond where you are right now. Okay, there are some big picture thing and big ideas. You have big ideas, but you might be afraid to release those because you're afraid of what people are thinking. It might be too big for them, but it's not too big for your audience, if that makes sense. Like you're a visionary, you have big ideas, and it's like you're catering to small minds. Cater to the big minds, cater to the big ideas, to the awoken ones. That's your audience, not the small-minded people that are still, you know, in the 3D and not doing their work and not really open or have cognitive dissonance and shit like that. Like, those are not your audience. Your audience are the big picture people, the big picture thinkers, the visionaries, the idea makers, the go-getters. That's your audience. So that's where you need to go, because Spirit is reminding you, you are a child of the cosmos. Okay, you have God energy, you have universe energy within you, you have the intelligence of the universe inside of you. It is literally in your DNA. There is no idea that's too big, there is no idea that's too small. An idea that comes inside of you is basically a universal intelligence coming within you as a download that wants to get out. So get it out. Get it out, regardless of how afraid you are that people might not like it, regardless of how, you know, regardless of you, if you get one view, you know how many. Baby, listen, I have like so many followers on Instagram. Only about 5% of the people see that, but those are the 5% people that I know is supposed to see it. I don't know how many, 3,000 some followers over here on YouTube. Only 20 to 50 of y'all see these videos half the time, and that's fine with me because I know the message is specific to who it is specific for. I don't care about these numbers. I don't care about the money. Let me tell you something. And even with the followers, even with the amount of followers you get, you have to think about it. Like, people with 100,000 followers, only 5% of those followers convert into clients. Let's be realistic. So just because you have 100,000 followers doesn't mean, or 100,000 people or subscribers doesn't mean you getting $100,000 worth of money. That's not the case most of the time. You still have to convert those into clients. And a lot of people don't know that. So don't just look at the numbers. Don't just focus on the numbers. Focus on the clientele. Focus on the clients. Focus on those big picture people, those visionaries, those people with big ideas. Focus on them, because that's what's going to make your business, that's what's going to make the energy around you grow and blossom. Okay, so that's what I got for y'all, and that's all I'm gonna say, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at. And I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Namaste.